How much you want for it?
I'd like to get $10,000.
That sounds like a lot, to tell you the truth.
This man is asking $10,000 to sell a Babe Ruth personal check signed in his own hand, and Rick is immediately excited.
You know what? He probably had more fans than the president.
According to the seller, the check was personally signed by Babe Ruth, with his autograph clearly visible, and it was issued during the peak of his career. Rick knows very well that Babe Ruth was not only one of the greatest players in baseball history, but also a symbol of American sports culture.
The Sultan of SWAT. This guy lived the American dream.
Rick adds that Babe Ruth hit a total of 714 home runs, completely changing the game of baseball to the point where his name is almost synonymous with the sport itself. The seller then jokes that such a legendary superstar still had to buy his own tickets, 2 rows of seats for the 1937 World Series. Rick can't believe it.
I just can't imagine that they would make him pay for seats.
Rick asks about the origin of the check. The seller explains that he's been a lifelong Babe Ruth fan and has always collected anything related to him. Rick is clearly impressed and says that if this check is authentic, it would be a historically significant piece of memorabilia. But $10,000 is a lot of money, so Rick decides to call in an expert.
Well, here's the check I was telling you about and the piece of paper you signed.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
As soon as the expert arrives, he notices his own authentication signature on the check and explains to Rick that this is a typical Babe Ruth autograph style. However, he points out that part of the signature is covered by a stamp, and if it weren't, the value would be even higher.
Everything's authentic on this.
Rick eagerly asks for the final verdict.
Okay, so the big question, what do you think it's worth?
The expert smiles and says, "Want to know the answer? Stay tuned for part 2.